Welcome, welcome, welcome back again to Dark Souls All the Weapons. Today, we are doing the Dark Silver Tracer, which is one of these weapons that's relatively bad, actually. At least in, in higher New Game Plus cycles. Sadly. It has like a max AR of slightly above 200. So it's not too far removed from something like the Ghost Blade. 263. Not too good, I might add. You cannot buff it. Not good either. That's why some other daggers usually tend to be somewhat better, because you can at least buff them. So I might need to resort to tumble buffing at some places. I have to look into that though. But yeah, without further ado, this is my drip currently, actually. Let's put on the shield. That's my drip. A mixture of the Taurus set and the follower of the Taurus set. And yeah, without talking too long, I think it's time to defeat the first bosses. Let's go. I've racked up a tons of humanity again, by the way. So I will probably go and get Frammed in this run, so I can chuck it off to him. Why did I even go here? I'm gonna give this one try. Just because I can. Yep. Failed completely. The way I like it the most. Anyways, let's just go a little bit of a normal route, I would say. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna do like a one route I haven't done yet at all. It'll take a little bit extra time, but I think it's gonna be interesting. Let's do it like that, yeah. Let's be surprised. Let me surprise you with a different route. Now the thing is, the weapon itself, not that strong. It has a alright backstab and parry damage, I would say. And with alright, I mean quite significant. You know, cheeky 1100. Not too bad, all things considered. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, the regular damage is more like in the 100 to 200. You know, if the most basic bitch enemies take more than one hit, I don't know what's going on. That seems like a bad time. A bad time indeed. So let's hope for the best. Oh, don't do that to me, little guy. Little bro. Yeah, because of that I'm gonna do the plunge damage on the Taurus Demon. As that is very much important. If I remember correctly from last time I checked, I think the Dark Tracer inflicts not poison, vicious poison, which I think by that it means toxic. Which, yeah. If you ever seen how useful toxic and poison are in this game, then you know that I will not use this at all. Not even one bit. It is what it is. Anyways, let's see how much damage I deal to a boss. Actually, not that bad. Fuck off. Well, I knew this could happen. I didn't want it to happen, but that's just the reality, I guess. The sad reality of it all. Let's go and try again. Even fall control won't help me there. Oh, that sucks. It's already a bad omen. I mean, the damage itself was quite nice, mind you. The damage from just falling was quite nice. Of course, it's the first boss of the game, so how much can you expect? Hey, don't be like that, my friend. Okay, let's get back. Today, by the way, was like one of these days where I'm like, oh, finally. It was so cold outside, which was fantastic. Oh, like I put the cats away so that they don't go outside. And then I opened the windows and man, oh, I needed a fucking blanket. That's how cold it was. That was lovely. That was so lovely, finally. And then within half the day, it's already completely reset. It's insane how quickly the apartment itself heats up. I said it a couple of streams back. I feel like they haven't turned off the heating. Like, no way the apartment heats up this much in just a couple of hours. With all blinds closed and everything. Okay, let's give this a second try. Actually, let's not. Let's not risk it. Huh. Yeah, all things considered, not. It's not good. I want to say not bad, but actually it's not good either. Is that a humanity? I think it is. One thing I might want to do is, by the way, is up all the bonfires, right? Just max them out if I can, because there's like no other use, right? This guy is just chilling. Don't know why. Maybe he just lost interest. Oh, Havel, I have a question for you. Do you want to die? Nice. You know, if only you could parry and backstab more bosses in this game. And plunge attack more bosses as well. That's like one thing I always want. Is like the game really like gives you this feeling of like it teaches you all this cool stuff in the tutorial. I can do this, you can do that, but it's like useless for the most part. Which kind of sucks, you know. Anyways, gotta go this way for once. Now, I don't know if this is faster or slower or about equal. But I thought, you know, might as well try it. Give it a, you know, spice things up once in a while. How did that one have so much more HP than the other one? I thought they were all equal, but guess not. But hey, I got some Twinkling Titanite. Which I've got plenty of. Since I bought it from Goth at one point. Yeah, with a little bit of hope I can also upgrade my endurance to like 71 this run. 72 maybe, if I stretch it. that's gonna be nice, you know, getting closer and closer to that sweet little 99 endurance. Then I'm gonna go back to HP. And after that, I'm just gonna... Attunement, probably. And then a resistance. After that, it really doesn't matter anymore. Yo, my guy. How about you sell me some of your shit here? Come on, reinforce. Yeah, the Dark Silver Tracer, it's a twinkly tight-lined weapon. Doesn't do much for you. And man, it needs 25 dex. Like this, I feel like this really is like a offhand weapon. Like something you're not supposed to use as a main weapon. With how weak it is. Anyways. Let's go defeat the gargoyles. Oh, you gargoyles. How you doing? Hope you do good. But yeah, I don't know how talkative I'm gonna be today, simply because, man, I already feel like I'm dying of heat stroke. You're dancing. That's nice. You do that, and you please come out of the door. Huh? See what I mean? This guy, he likes to prank me. I mean, theoretically, I could put on the RTSR. Yeah, let's give it a try. Why not? Let's be a little bit risky. Yeah, I just decided I don't want to be risky. Because the difference is not that big. I just discovered. Ah! He's about done. Nice. Wait a second. Okay, I dealt that about double the damage. Which I think is nice, but it would be nicer, you know, if it deals... The thing is, I want to kind of get at is 300 damage is nice, but it's still not enough to make it worthwhile. Because the thing is, the longer everything goes, the more likely you're making any mistakes. So you don't want that, actually. Like if RTSR gets me to the point where I can fight, like finish a fight within 5 to 10 hits, then it's worth it, I would say. But before that, or less than that, more than that, I mean. God damn it, today I'm already cooked. Literally and figuratively. And then it's not worth it for me. I much rather be able to, you know, to take a mistake. I've never defeated this guy. Not like I need him, actually. I do have Karmic Justice. I do have his thing. Boost bleed resistance, boost poison resistance. I mean, nothing of this is actually worth it to me. All things considered. Fuck, my controller's empty. Okay, but that is full. Go. Let's buy some of that. And then I'm gonna reclaim my souls from you, bitch. Huh? Oh, do that? Okay, he activated Karmic Justice. Thankfully, I only need one hit for him. How much does he give me? 12,000. 2 Twin Humanities and the Book of the Guilty. Holy shit, really? I didn't know that. That is at least like 15k souls out of him. It might actually be worth it to kill NPCs here and there if that's how quickly you can kill them anyways. Wow, but still. Oops. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to interrupt all of you. I'm just gonna go my own way then. Goodbye. Yeah, let's go visit the Asylum Demon while I'm at it. Or should I? I should. No. Let's first sit down at the bonfire. Right. Because it takes me longer to get here. I just want to Homeward Bone. After the fact. And with some luck, my body is already here. Yes, hello there. I do? Oh. Fuck off, really. What was that weird thing that he did? Where, like, he hit me while I hit him or something. Something was weird there. Okay, I did sit down at the bonfire. Thank God. Okay, my guy. If you want it the hard way, then you'll get it the hard way. That is quite nice though. Like 1700? Not bad. Yeah, see why I want to get rid of the humanity again. I only have so much more humanities I can pop, you know. Do you agree? Yeah, I know. Okay, he gives 3k. Not sure how good that is, but... Come on. Like, I would say probably like these beginning enemies, like beginning NPCs are not that worth it. Yeah, you don't heal yourself, bitch. Yeah, so I can get like 10k here. He's more than one humanity. What a chat. Was he pregnant as well? Is that the implication? Obviously not. Maybe he was just so fat that he needed to. Tends to happen sometimes, you know. Well, at least he... You know, he could have spared one for free. And that's it. Anyways. I mean, actually, since I can sell every humanity for 1k, I think. Killing these guys actually gives me a little bit... Yeah, I think it's worth it to kill the NPCs. When it's this quick. You know, just as long as provided I don't die. It really doesn't matter. Oh, by the way, like my NAS is broken. I don't know what's wrong with it yet. When I start it up, it gives me like an error that some disk is not working. And yeah, I ripped one out so far. And that wasn't it. Let me actually check one thing. Yeah. You know, I can be like really lucky and it's just the SSD that's dead, because that is just the OS and I don't need a really good one for that. But I could be really unlucky and it's my big hard drive. My 8TB one. And buying that one is not cheap. I think SSDs have calmed down a little bit, but HDDs certainly haven't. Which, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of. Yo, big guy. Thought you could evade me? Well, guess what? You can't. Let me also try something here, as always. I got this buddy boy. Yo, huge cookie. Welcome, how's it going? What's the question mark for? Why didn't I ping you? Can I ping you? Is that like a feature on Twitch? What do you mean on like Discord or whatever? Or literally. Ping 192.168.1.27. Like YouTube alerts? I mean, I don't think I can do much on my side there. If YouTube doesn't decide to shoot them out. Or if you forgot to, you know, activate the bell. Not much I can do there. You know, it kind of sucks. I wish there would be like a reliable way to notify people of like, hey, I'm streaming. Or hey, I'm not streaming today. Even though it was planned. But all of the website, not a single one of the one I use, have that feature. YouTube has the bell, it doesn't work reliably. Twitch doesn't have it. Kick doesn't have it. Rumble doesn't have it. And you can't really ask people to install an RSS reader or something like that. Or emails. It's a travesty. And an embarrassment, really, from the platform side. Okay, that was this dude. Let's go and get Quaylock next. Actually, let's do Capra and Gaping for once. I think that could work out. Usually I leave them for like the end because, you know, they're just so useless at this point in time. They're so easy to skip, and you always have to go out of your way to go and defeat them. But you know, today is the day of retribution, where they get an early spot in the stream. Is it the best spot? Can't really say, but it is an early one. Of course, that also means an early grave, if you're a boss. But I'm sure he doesn't mind. He seems a bit emo to me anyways. Being like all cowered up into some weird little place. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm special. I hide in some random place where nobody is even coming through. Oops. I forgot something. Yeah, that plunge attack wasn't really as strong as I thought it would be. It's not bad, necessarily. There we go. Capra down. Very nice, very nice. Oh. Would you look at that? If that isn't a humanity. Did I get the key right now? I feel like it didn't. Let's check it out then. Okay, good. Good. I was worried there for just a split second. But yeah, all platforms suck and I don't like them. You good? Both of you? How about we don't follow me, just randomly? Because I have a dragon to defeat. And you don't. So, bugger off. Yo, Adam. Happy 4th of July to you too. Even though the parade has been cancelled due to the heat. You read earlier. Let's put that a little bit higher again. But yeah, 250 years. That's like little bro tier age compared to Switzerland, of course. Oh, holy fuck, this is bad. Yeah, but doesn't really do much when you're outside, right? Seeing how they cancel the parade. Like, the thing is, here in Switzerland, the reason most people don't have an air conditioner is because it wasn't needed, right? If you have like one really hot day every like 1 to 2 years, you don't need to spend any money on that. Let me look it up in a second. What it was called again. It's a big one though. But yeah, if you don't need it. But now with the recent heat stuff, that's just how things are. I mean, what also prevents modal is just not having a humid interior. Fuck off, I couldn't see anything. But yeah, of course now, the Green Party, they are forbidding it. The Washington, D.C. American Parade was cancelled. That parade. But yeah. They want to make it illegal for everybody to even own an AC. But now they just made it illegal for businesses to own ACs unless they really need them. Which... my god. I hate these guys more and more every single year. I feel like the #1 place that should have an AC is an office. Really? I think it was last year where people already were kind of like talking about it. Like, I'm not even American and I hear of it. But yeah, if you're not a hospital or a food store, etc. You know, thank the environment safe people out there to keep us from literally destroying ourselves. There we go. Okay, let's try this again, and this time with a bit more spunk. Yeah, we also got like a wildfire warning here recently. Like, hey, don't go out into the forest and start a fire to like grill a sausage or something. That's been like for the last few years now. Well, we get those. Which kind of sucks. That's like the perfect thing to do in summer. But I have like this video on my hard drive somewhere, which I think is... it's like the funniest video. Like, they put like the rocket into the ground. They light the fuse, and the rocket doesn't leave the ground. For some reason. Like, it's stuck in the ground. And then one Karen on the side says, "Why did you do that?" You know, obviously, like, oh yeah, I did that on purpose. But one of the sparks went to the truck where they had all their fireworks, and everything started exploding. I'll see if I can find it in a second. I love that video. Do you have leaves on the ground in your forest, by the way? Probably. I mean, more so during fall than during winter, but... in general, yeah. Like, I don't think you could pay anybody enough money to go into the forest with a rake to clean up all the leaves. Like, that would be a monumental task, even if in tiny Switzerland. Oh, actually, I need that. Fuck, I might be dead. Really? I almost feel like that would be impossible. Like Germany has like the Schwarzwald, which is like huge and dense and whatnot. But hey, taxpayer money well spent. That's all I'm gonna say about that. What the fuck? Why did it not take my B input? Oh fuck, I hate this guy. I hate the Dark Silver Trace is already ass on my list. I mean, I wonder if it's like a private forest or not. That tends to change things a little bit. Let me quickly check something. If I can find it. It should be in video, safe for work. Which my sorting of safe work is really not that good. Because it just means it's either gore or not. Oh, come on. It has to be right here somewhere. I know it is. I would recognize it on a heartbeat the second I see it. There's also like this one video where a guy goes into the store and then lights the fireworks and then goes out. And I think the store burned down, but I might misremember that part. Ah, come on. Like one was in an age preserve and he's squatting by a fallen tree and he's like, this hasn't just fallen, in fact it has been here so long it's rotting, naturally rotting. Isn't that amazing? I mean, I don't see what's like too crazy about that. Yo, Mazabella, welcome. How's it going? Oh, fucking, I really don't find it. Maybe if I zoom in a little bit, that helps. That tends to help. But yeah, so far I'm not very convinced about this weapon. Not one bit. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a one pass and then I'm gonna give up if I don't find it. Oh, there it is. It's gonna get loud for just a split second. There. Like the one in the red shirt, I think, was the one that goes, so why did you do that? Yeah, anyways. Yeah, fire did work. I mean, in the first place, why would you have your firework like 2 or 3 meters from where you let it, you know, from where you have the other fireworks that you are actively, you know, lighting? Okay, let's give this guy another try. I might want to just kill the magician so I can have a bigger place to fight him. Oh, fuck off. I thought you can run past that, but you can't. Ah, but yeah, that's the video I meant. Come on. I think without this it's gonna be better. Yep. Alright, I activated fall damage, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I'm not thinking straight. Like, somebody also invited me, like, to dinner, not to dinner, to lunch. I was like, you know, I have to think about it, but I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna tell him, like, no. Tomorrow it is. I'm like, yeah. Just no. I don't want to sit in either inside or a restaurant or outside the restaurant. Either or it's gonna be hot and annoying. And I already don't like to eat surrounded by other people. Oh. How about we don't do that? Because there's a rat here. 2, as a matter of fact, I forgot. I always think it's just 1. For some reason. There we go. Now I can fight the Gaping Dragon in peace. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well otherwise. Besides the heat. Like, in the morning it was really nice. I opened the window. It was really cold. To the point where I needed a blanket. Just to keep myself warm. And now within just a couple of hours we're almost back on 28 degrees inside. So it already kind of like strains my head a little bit. Like, the thing is, I said this before, I have my portable AC. The problem is that is a 30 square meter one. And my apartment, my current one, is like split like 20 square meter for the bedroom and like 45 for the living room. Slash office, slash kitchen, slash everything else. So either I would need to buy a bigger one, or I think what I'm gonna do, since this heat wave seems to last a little bit longer even, I might just buy a second one. Big guy, can you just do something not normal? Okay, at least it's not powered up now. Yeah, I should have done that from the start. I just hate having to go around and kill the magician all the time. Because it is technically optional. But the thing is, I don't want to spend money right now. That's like the only thing that prevents me from buying another one. Because I also need a new treadmill. Because my current one is really at the verge of collapsing, you could say. Like, after using that thing very vigorously, and it's kind of like the belt shifting a bit too hard, it's currently in a state where I've lost like 10% of the belt already, just from it kind of getting rubbed against the gears and whatnot. And it's like squeaky and I also bought that thing like years ago, so it's time to replace it anyways. Central air is the true way. I mean, it's not a treadmill actually. It's a walking pad. Like one of these small ones you can like put under the desk, or you can. What I do is I put it in front of the TV and just watch anime while walking for like 12 kilometers. All right, this one gives a twin humanity. I forgot. No, it's not a twin humanity. Why would it be a twin humanity? What the fuck does he drop that I cannot pick up right now? Ah, homeward bone, I see. The problem is, like, lots of building here in Switzerland are old. And if you want to, like, include that, you would have to rebuild almost the entire thing. Right? That's why we don't have, like, central heating, like, central air, stuff like that. Because also, like, part of them are, like, what do you call it? Like, protected because they're old. You just need air vents. Yeah, that's the problem. You need to put them in the walls. And some of these buildings here are made out of, like, brick. And whatever materials they had back in, like, in the 1600s. Or whatnot. Like, my previous apartment was literally built in, like, 1550. And the only remodeling they did was replace the windows and make the walls a little bit thicker. But they're not allowed to actually, like, change much more than that. Like, the floor itself was still wood from, like, 1950 or so. Or older. It's like if you don't have air vents, you just die of CO2 poisoning. Pretty much. I mean, it takes a long time for CO2 to become critical in large spaces. But you are supposed to air out your apartments every so often. Like, of course, when you, like, open the door in the morning, a lot of air also comes back in. The thing is, like, a lot of European buildings are built to keep the air, to keep, like, heat and everything inside. As good as possible. That's why it's also so hard to cool them down. Because the air, like, the heat gets trapped in the walls. But they are also really sturdy and everything. There's one story I could tell, but that would pretty much dox me. Since that's like a building that's not too far from here. Where something very specifically did not work out. Somewhere between the last 6 months or so. A fly genocide? That really is good to hear. Just fighting each other to die. Do flies do that? Or is that just your head cannon in that case? But yeah, so far I'm like... I thankfully have not yet had to deal with flies this year. In like a annoying capacity, I should say. The only fly that annoyed me so far was at work. And that one I managed to kind of shoo out of the window. Did I just hit her head? Somehow it do. What the fuck? Fuck. The overhead swing is enough to kind of like hit her sometimes. I don't want to be stuck inside of her though. That's actually funny. I never knew you could do that with an actual weapon. Like with a melee weapon, I mean. Okay. Long fight over though, finally. They're possibly actually fighting over getting into the opening. I think they're literally fighting, but I don't know. I mean, every dead fly is a good fly. But they are, like, I looked it up. There's some, what was it, quintillion or trillion? I think there's like an estimate of like 80 quintillion flies on the planet. In existence at any given time. 170 quadrillion. So we better get to it. Fast. That's the width of a birdhouse. So about 200 flies, I presume. Nah, more. Like 1,000. Just like this. Yeah, you know. They are cosmic beings. Have you ever read anything by H.P. Lovecraft? Like, that guy can make up a big fucking guy with tentacles for a beard. But he already knew flies existed. That's why he named his cat Niggerman. And the rest is history. He just couldn't comprehend the way the world was after that. But yeah, no, joke aside. There's like this, was it, I think, a Korean guy on YouTube. And he has like also like these crazy, like trap, like he takes like these glue traps that he just unfolds. And he gets like all of these like Japanese hornets. Which I'm so thankful we don't have that here. Like these huge ones. That reminds me as a child. We have regular hornets here. But like as a child I would like, also in summer, I don't remember if I went to school or just generally was like outside at my mom's place back in the day. And I walked down like the stairs to like this thing where we had like this hedge. And I see like this big fuck off hornet flying around. And I went to tell my mom. She's like, no, that's probably a wasp. And just from memory, it's either because I was a child or because that thing was really this big. But that was easily like a 10 centimeter one. 5 centimeters maybe. Like a huge fucking thing. No, as a kid, this is This is scary. Yo, Evil Eye. What ain't Shaggy. Welcome. It's going good. What about you? Yeah, as a child that is traumatizing. Having to deal with hornets. Okay, this bozo's gone. Now, Framed, I have some juicy humanities for you, if you want them. Yes. Can you... Watch for those. I'm gonna wait on these. You can have these, of course. That's good to hear. That's very good to hear. Is there anything else I can give him for the time being that I don't need? And the rings. You can have all the rings you want, my friend. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay, perfect. Now I'm at least a little bit uncluttered from humanities. Let's see, what should I do next? What should I do next? I think I've opened Sense Fortress, so let's go there next. When I start playing DS, yeah, you have to just pop them to get 5 humanities. That's gonna be the most effective. Like, don't upgrade them, don't sell them. Just pop them. 5 humanities are just so much more worth. Yeah, I forgot that these guys are aggressive if you kill their comrade. Even though they leave him behind, right? Come on, my buddy. Attack. Like a helicopter. Are you good? I don't want your girlfriend to kind of come at me. Yeah, I don't like this guy. There we go, finally. You don't even give that much souls. That many souls. That kinda stinks. Huh? Don't become just invincible. Seven humanities, okay. Man, she must have been filled up, if you get my drift. Pumped full of babies. Come on. Yeah, what's the strategy? I think I'm gonna do Sense. Then I'm gonna go... Should I try Nido? Maybe. The big problem is I really don't want to fight 4 kings. I really don't want to fight Nido. I really don't want to fight... Yeah, no, that's the only ones I don't fight. Because I have to say, Silver Trace is almost on a similar level than the Ghost Blade to me so far. Yeah. Do you guys have 12 plus hours or so? Because that's how long it takes for them to die from poison. or toxic to be precise. But even then, they need to be susceptible to it, which I don't think most enemies are. Most bosses, at least. Because I don't think I've procced it a single time yet. And that was surprisingly little damage. Like, extremely little, I should say. That's alright. Yeah, right. I'll be too busy, you know, evading. Don't you know? Running in circles until all the bosses leave me alone. There we go. I'm gonna go grab something to drink in a second. For two reasons. I don't have anything, and the other reason is it's in the freezer, so I don't want it to pop open. That would be very bad. I think you can... No, actually... Does the Silver Tracer even proc Toxic, or did I make that up? Yeah, maybe don't stand right where you can, like, shoot a thing. Dark... Tracer. God, I hate how the only wikis that you get at first are just all the shit ones. Fucking wiki dot, not wiki dot, fucking fandom, Fextra Life. Yeah, give me a break. Like, I'm so glad some games start to use different services that are at least somewhat playable. Strong attacks. Oh, fuck, right. I forgot. You only build up Toxic with a strong attack. Like, you would need to do this. There we go. God damn, 6 per, like, second. Lovely. I can tell you, I will go and fight the Iron Golem, and he will still be alive by the time I killed him. Provided I don't die. How much HP is a normal boss? Depends. I think Manus has like 10k, 4 Kings have a total of 20k. Kilometer's something around 8k at currently. So depending on the boss, it's somewhere in the range of like 3 to 6k, I would say. If I remember correctly, like default Quaylock, like new game Quaylock has like 3,000 or something like that. God damn, how long does it take to stagger this guy? I don't think I can stagger him. I'm making silly mistakes the entire time. I mean, the damage does remain the same, but you have to realize they are individuals with a HP of about 5k each. And they have a spawn cooldown of, I think, a minute. So we're looking more at plus minus 59 minutes. Poison alone, that is. I think somebody already did this one on YouTube. Obviously somebody already did it. Yeah, an hour well spent. Oh, finally. Thank God. I might be able to save some time now. He was one hit away, and he doesn't even give me the sweet, you know, embrace of dying by falling. Oh yeah, the other guy, by the way, was not dead. I just didn't look at him. But I did like 1,500 damage or so. Plus minus. So very nice. Yeah. I'm really floored how no game that I've ever played has figured out poison correctly. To make it a balanced kind of tool in your arsenal. Because games either have poison that is insanely OP to the point where it's the best thing in the game, or where it's completely useless. As an example, in most Final Fantasy games, most bosses are immune to poison. But if I remember correctly, I think in... Was it in Bravely Default where bosses just take like 10% of their entire HP per like turn or some bullshit like that? Or more, or like 20%. Come on, big guy. I love how it misses the entire time. Oh, fuck off. Like, how is his hitbox this shit? I was not close at all. God damn. Okay, let me quickly go and grab my drink. See you in just a second. I'm actually gonna keep the microphone on, so in case I say something bad, just ignore it. For a second, I thought it was already frozen. You know when like I have like a something in the freezer for too long, and it's still liquid, but the second you open it, it starts freezing. This has happened to me way too often when I put something in there. So I was worried for a second. And usually what I do when that happens is I put it in the oven. Not on, but just in the oven because it's like a small enclosed space. Yeah, super chilled. Because it needs to expand, but can't, because it's inside of a container. It needs more power to start freezing. That's why they also explode so violently when they do eventually freeze. Like I once put like a 1.5 liter bottle into the freezer when I came home from work, because I wanted something cold to drink, and then I forgot about it. And I came home from work with my freezer wide open, the entire floor covered in like Coke or something. Because that shit is violent. My head is also stuck. See if I can fix that in a second. When I played Facebook games called Ninja Saga, it had bosses with absurd amounts of HP and weapons, and skills that removed 8% HP when mandatory. Yeah. I mean, usually these games are also designed to... Why? Let's drop my controller. We're like designed to be as grindy as possible. Oops. I thought for a second he was gonna fall off. I remember there was like this game called... Was it Crime City? It was actually kind of cool. I'm really surprised nobody has made a game like that. You start off as like a lowly thug, and you have like your party of other gangsters. You build like your clan, and you equip like random items. Like some of the equipment you could get was like trash lids, knives, rusty pipes. You know, Facebook games were not highbrow, but they had interesting concepts. And I recently saw like a guy like a game dev talk about it. Everybody is copying like whatever is currently popular, but nobody is copying old games that were popular. I feel like that's a bit of a hidden gem like advice that I think most people will not even take, but should. Like one of the examples he gave was Zombieville USA, and my god, Zombieville USA is fucking fantastic. He made like a new one, which is like 3D, which I might buy it. It's currently on sale probably. But that was the era where I think mobile gaming had a big chance to become its own thing. Instead of now it's just ports and really shitty games. For a little too long, yeah. My problem is always, I kind of like go to sleep or I fall asleep unwillingly. And that's when I forget about it. I'm like desperately like, oh yeah, Yaku, don't forget you have a can in the freezer or a bottle. And then I wake up. And that's all she wrote. Yeah. That's why stop killing games is so important. Like all of these games that just... poof, gone. Like the best we have is maybe some recordings and maybe somebody bothered to like... or has it like in their cache and then we can kind of reverse engineer it. But that's like really hopeful. More so than anything. Oh, it's just at the right temperature, by the way. It's like at the temperature where it's like 0.1 of a degree from freezing, So when you take a sip, it actually hurts your mouth. I actually love that. I would play MMOs if they couldn't just delete everything one day. Depending on some MMOs, there exists private servers you can run on your own. And you can get, of course, all the game data that way as well. So that's one way. But of course, recently, one of like the big commissions that is for the game companies made the statement, oh yeah, actually, player servers are illegal. You know, private Minecraft servers and such. Games that are actually encouraging having your own servers. It's like, fuck off. Guild Wars 1. Yeah. Man, I remember playing Guild Wars. My brother once like brought home a game. It's like a big box, and it was Guild Wars. That was a cool one. The thing is, Guild Wars was actually... The third one was announced. I haven't looked into it. But that's cool. Like, I know the people who play Guild Wars 1 still play it to this day. And the people who play 2 still play it to this day as well. Very rigorously. Like, every MMO has, like, their crowd of people. But I feel like Guild Wars is one that has a larger crowd in general. Yeah. They had to retract that statement immediately. Because people were shitting on them relentlessly after that. And I think also some companies like went up in there as like, hey, if you do that, that's actually bad for us. Because you are essentially insinuating we let people do illegal things for like years and years. You absolute mongrels. Like, even the idiots at Microsoft know that this would look very bad on them. Huh? Don't. Everything for a little bit of extra profit. Nice wombo combo. Very lovely. You love to see it. Fuck off. Oh, Onsi is like one hit away as well. There we go. But yeah, with that being said, see you all in jail. Because the police are gonna round us up now. Like, I used to run actually like not run, I paid for a server back in the day. When I was like 14, 15. And one of the reasons I didn't pay any longer for it is because none of the friends that played on it bothered to even chime in a little bit. It's like, hey, we're like 8 guys. It costs me like $4 a month to host this thing. If all of us chime in, it costs us 50 cents each. How about you be a bit nicer to me? I will totally burn out. Yeah, I get that. There's also nothing wrong with just quitting sometimes. There was one game I played. The last level is absurd. To the point where I just quit and was like, yeah, no, I'm done. Not happening. Damn, boy. That was not easy. 23 hours. Okay, that's a lot. It's not even that they're bad friends, I would say. It's just that, you know, take some agency yourself, please, if you want this thing to continue. Because things like that was like, let's not have like crossing streams real quick. What was this game called that I was talking about just a moment ago? Right. It's called the last level of Rite, R-I-T-E. Currently, $1.37 on Steam. I had to quit. I was getting too mad. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't compare yourself to others, especially in like video games. Like, come on. Video games are supposed to be fun. But yeah, the Minecraft server thing is, I had like a friend with whom I had a Let's Play channel when I was younger, because everybody did have Let's Play channels and nobody watched them. I heard an interesting theory there, funny enough, recently. I'm gonna say in a second. But yeah, I played like with a friend. We did a Minecraft Let's Play of like a mod pack back in the day. That server was deleted by that channel is deleted, by the way, so you won't find it, even if you search hard enough. But we did that, so it was us two. So I was like, hey, for us two, I can get the server for like $1. I don't mind spending $1. But he was like, oh yeah, can you invite these two guys, other friends of ours? And then these were like, oh yeah, can you invite this guy? And then somebody in class was also like, oh, can I also play on it? And by that time, it was 8 people. It's like, now I have to up the capacity quite a bit. So I was, I didn't mind doing it for myself and for one friend. But as soon as everybody wanted to get in, it's like, yeah, please. Suffice to say, after Let's Play was over, I turned the server off. I downloaded the world and gave it to them. I was like, hey, if you want to continue play, pay on your own. I can't help it though. Yeah, that's the human mind at work, isn't it? Always so fickle and ready to shoot itself down. Ah, yeah, the theory I heard. Some guy recently made the theory, which I believe is actually true. There are more people who make Nintendo's, like specifically Nintendo Let's Plays, than there are people who watch Nintendo Let's Plays. That was like a whole like category back in the day. People who would only and very specifically play games that only came out on Nintendo consoles. Which I think was kind of hilarious. Not gonna lie. How much people could bootleg just a random company. These days I hate them all. That's the only true way to do it. Okay, Moonlight Butterfly, I don't think I can 1 cycle, 2 cycle, or even 3 cycle in. Maybe 3 cycle, actually. But not 2 cycle. Unless I can toxic him. Let's see. No, not the Moonlight Butterfly set. Yeah, absolutely no information, by the way. Good to know. Okay, I was like very confused there. Like, did the game bug out? It stopped playing the singer? Like, why was there such a long break? My god. I would love to hear this lovely voice every morning. Okay, let's see what Buddy has in store for me. Oh, it's not that bad, actually. But it's not gonna be too cycle worthy. Come on. I do like the design though, it's like that weird spinning thing on the back. Something about that is just perfect. Like there was this one guy in JJK that also had something like that on top of his head. It just works. God damn though, my guy, can you come down? I need to attack you before my power fin runs out. What the fuck? It was gone. That was almost catastrophical. That was really bad. Also figured out, by the way, the thing about the Gaping Dragon a couple of streams back where he like grabbed me out of nowhere without any animation. Turns out, when you are touching his arm, the second he starts the animation, you are already inside the grab hitbox. So he immediately grabs you. Which is kind of wild. But this was not a consideration, since after all you tend to have to go up to his arms to hit him. Oh, finally. You know, this might have been one of the longer boss fights simply because he doesn't like come down. I do like how this mask looks, by the way. I never looked at it from the front. You have like nice little sheep horns. Very cute. You have some blonde hair. And you have a very devious looking face. I don't think you can tell when you look at the icon of it. Yeah. Like, the icon really doesn't do it justice. Yeah, you're right. It does remind me of something. Especially like the look of it. Also like a guy in Street Fighter with a mask like that as well. You know, not that I know the names of these guys, but... But yeah. Oh, speaking of. There's this game that I played because I bought it by accident. Because I confused it for another game, I should say. Shadow of Memories. Man, I want to play that at some point. That's like a strangely good PS2 game. At least very interesting. It's like Full Metal Alchemist. If you take out all the battle stuff and whatnot. It's weirdly interesting in that way. Like, make it a time travel story about a homunculus, and there you have it. I need to. But at this rate, I might not be able to. How so? Like, the main guy is like a blonde alchemist that is like lives for years and years and years, hundreds of years. The main character that you play is also like the main antagonist, not like the main antagonist, but like one of the main bad guys, so to speak. The guy you play is a blonde guy. The homunculus looks just like the homunculus in the show, or in the manga. And it almost has like a similar like background story to it. Like why the homunculus exists. And why like Ed and his brother become alchemists themselves. Because they want to revive their mother. Yeah, it really is. I wonder if like one came after the other, right? Like if the author of FMA played that game, I was like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Or if the guy who made the game read Full Metal Alchemist and kind of incorporated it to some degree. Yeah, good game. Came out for PS2, for PC, and for PSP, strangely enough. And the PSP version is surprisingly expensive. God damn, that was a long Sith fight as well. Let's go defeat the Hydra real quick. Might need to use some humanity. But regardless, good game, good game. If you want to play like a mystery, point-and-click-ish kind of game, with a time travel plot that, you know, as far as time travel plots goes, it's alright. Shadow of Memories. And I bought it because there's an RPG series on PS2 and PS1, I think, called Shadow Hearts or Shadow Memories. Or Shadow of Memories? Shadow of Hearts? So, something like that. You see why I might have made a mistake there. And confused it. Let's get to the Hydra. Of course, this will be one of these where I have to cut off all the heads. No way around it. Yo, big guy. Do you mind? Okay, damn. Takes 8 swings. Cut one head off. And that is with power in. What? It's actually going surprisingly well. What? You know, I wish sometimes that I could turn off particles in this game. So my god, look at that. Because I can see anything. You know, I tried to get away because I saw this golem coming and he's still coming. Not a fan of that. Okay, he's retreating. I think that was the rightmost one, yes. Oh, perfect. Or not. Oh, fuck off. Come on. Is he walking on air? Okay, just like 2 or 3 more hits at most. There we go. Enjoying this map more than the one I quit. Are you still playing Celeste? I thought you were done completely for today. It's like, oh fuck this game. Alt F4. And then you lose your save or some bullshit like that. That's how it at least is for me most of the time. Okay, big guy. Okay, damn. That's insane damage. And I'm talking the one he deals to me, not the one I deal to him. And this is not a good sign, dealing this little damage to this guy. Okay. Bye, Wilsil. A little too patient. Well, as long as it works, it works. You know what? Let's do the Anolondo bosses. For once. Like super early. I'm kind of like, I have like my stuff very much ordered in a specific way on my software. And I mean, it's practically actually the same order you see from top left to the bottom right. So I think I'm gonna follow that just blindly. But I always forget if you can still enter the painting if the other guys did. So I'm gonna do Priscilla first. Just to make sure. Gotta visit the babe at least at some point. Can't let her stay lonely for too long. Yo. Okay. All things considered. Actually, something I want to try. Is this. Because actually you can like skip a lot of stuff that way. I'm gonna use this also for Nido, by the way. I'm gonna cheese Nido. Quote unquote cheese, at least. You don't have to fight his skeletons. How the fuck did he already see me? Like, I should make no sound and be practically invisible. They still find a way. Love will always find a way. Okay, let's go. Okay, you can actually get pretty close before at least these guys can become aggressive. Oh, nice. Okay, he fully ignores you though. Oh, I almost walked off because I turned the camera. Yo, babe. How's it going? It might be that I might not be able to kick her out of invisibility. Oh, fuck off. That's the reason why I try to poison her. Fuck. At least when she's toxic, I can see her. That's my problem I currently have. Yeah, but I feel like she might be immune to it. Do you mind getting hit, babe? You know, women will do everything to not be hit on in this day and age. Oh. But they will still sell feed pictures. Because some attention is always required. Yeah, I don't think I can toxic her. What the fuck? Okay, it's gonna be one of these. Where I have to beat her while she's invisible. That's also not gonna be very nice for Taurus, by the way. Because this basically means I will not be able to kill him as well. Feed pics when? Every day, son. I'm sure she has an entry on Wiki feed. I'd be surprised if not. Shut up there. I'm trying to... Oh! Okay, is she still aggro now? Yeah, of course. Come on. I thought maybe I couldn't, like, connect time the dodge. Where's she? Like, sometimes I feel like the game intentionally, like, it doesn't make you be able to hit her. Can I replace this, by the way, with... Don't have that much of it. Like, was she walking backwards there? Oh, finally, okay, you can knock her out. It just takes 10 years. And she immediately goes back. What a lovely woman. There. But she's almost there. come on. She's like 2 or 3 hits away at most. See? 3. 3 hits away. I also just noticed how absurd the shoes look on this armor. You see that? You know, let me get somewhere where I can just stand around to show it off. Like, look at them toes. Look at that. You know, that was like an actual thing at one point, where shoes became pointier and pointier. You can like also find like armors with that, where you just kind of like think it's so much extra work and it looks just dumb. Like even back then, somebody had to be like, yeah, no, this is retarded. What the fuck is this? But I guess never underestimate fashion. Yeah. Little boy, come on. We both knew how this is gonna go. Nice. Two bars is not exactly something I would strive for. Yeah, I'm actually starting to get really worried about the 4 kings. Like, it's gonna be, at the very least, annoying. Oh, fuck off. Okay, if I'm lucky, it's gonna take just this cycle here. I want him to go and use the bow. There we go. Okay. You know what, though? I forgot to place the Lost Vessel. Now, I don't remember if this brings me back. Okay. I was a bit worried for 1 second that the Homeward Bone sends you back to to the beginning of Honor Londo. Because I know there's some weirdness there sometimes, where the game kind of does weird shit. Yo, framed, my guy. I saw much shit to him. I don't know if he gets angry that I jumped down and placed it. But I did already get rid of everything I needed anyways, so it doesn't matter, technically seen. You sorry fool. Yeah. Well, that's a pickle. I mean, it doesn't really matter, actually.
So it was you, was it? How dare you produce a blade upon a deity? How did you ever get this far? I shall end your suffering.
For some reason he did not want to attack while casting. Not sure what that was about. But anyways, it doesn't matter.
This is a threat. Master, quick.
There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna do Sieve. Then I'm gonna do Nido. Then I'm gonna do the Band of Chaos, and then I'm gonna do 4 Kings. I'm really gonna go from left to right, all things considered. So we should look. How are we time-wise? 2 hours. And we still got the most annoying ones to go. Ugh, this could be a 4-hour affair today. It really could be. Let's equip the Hornet Ring for my friends upstairs. But I think this should be like one of the last weapons that is this shite. At least I hope. Thank God it cannot come in here. 13 damage and a bounce off. Yeah, not good, not good. Hallelujah. Okay, the damage is nice. So I don't need to worry too much about that. Okay, this suit will also come. Please. Hurry up. Hello there. Fancy meeting you here, Mr. Golem. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now I need to go back to the Lingering. For no particular reason other than I will need it for Sieve. Perfect. At least like this entire section is easy and fast. My cats are almost falling off. I wish I would have filmed that right now. That was very spectacular. Spectacular. Oh, come on. Was it not fast enough? Dark Souls. Exactly. I could show you my Dark Souls if you want to. Of course, provided you pay for it. Just a tier 3 subscription for 2 years, and then maybe I'll enter you into a raffle. Yeah, the sad thing is, I think some streamers could do that, female streamers particularly, and people would actually buy into it. Like half a month before the raffle starts. Oh guys, I'm burned out. I'm gonna stop streaming for a couple of years now. I've made enough money off of you suckers. And no, you don't get to see my feed. Ha. Just a clean exit, all things considered. Okay, next up is Sieve. Yeah, shouldn't be too big of a deal, I think. I mean, after all, he's naked, so what gives? No, I'm sure they'll come someday. They might have gotten lost in transit. Just wait patiently. Maybe you need to become, a little bit of a stalker, track down her address and send her like a postcard. You've got one to send right now, after all. Go, hey. Where are my pics? Please, I spent at least 50k on you. Exactly. Sometimes I wonder if my host person would do that. This guy has packages from this store. I know they sell expensive stuff, so let me just keep it. Like I knew a guy who worked for the post as a driver, as a delivery driver, and he wouldn't steal stuff, but he would do very reckless stuff. Like drive downstairs with his bike and whatnot. It's like, yeah, there are packages in the back, in a trailer, so... So like shit doesn't just break that way, right? So, now I know why sometimes maybe my shit doesn't come successfully. Like, I once ordered some, because somebody asked me to, while I was ordering some other stuff, some organic cacao powder. And when I opened the box, half the bag was spilled. Because there was like a hole in the bottom. And my god, for like months, I couldn't take the smell of chocolate. It will make me almost instantly gag. Just having like this extreme stench of chocolate kind of destroyed my mind for a little while. But now I think it might have been a postman doing reckless shit. Yeah, 100% really. Like the entire, like everything was covered in chocolate powder. Or cacao powder, I should say. Like, it's actually really nice. I'll also have some here. Right? It's really just the pure shit. No sugar, no additives, nothing. Just pure cacao powder. It's kind of bitter. But it has a nice taste to it. You know, with a little bit of milk or whatnot. Or if you bake something. It's nice to use that instead of the sugary stuff. But yeah, that smell is just... Yeah, after a while I got used to it again. But at least for a couple of months I couldn't smell it. I could still drink it and eat, drink it, eat chocolate or whatnot. But just the smell of chocolate kind of... It did me in for a little bit. Like, even now, I would say that I'm more sensitive to it still. Like, when I open my cupboard, the first thing I smell is chocolate. Like, through the bag, I can smell it almost. I don't hate it, but I'm definitely, like, aware of it. More so than before. So, non-modded Celeste. You need to be careful, otherwise your fingers are gonna rot off. You might need to have like one of these like these controllers that disabled people use. They're just like buttons you can like hit with your chin and whatnot. Or maybe try playing it with a Guitar Hero controller, that could also work. Surprisingly well. Oh, you know, I thought like, you know, maybe let's... I did say I want to kindle some bonfires, so let's actually do that. Oh, I don't have the right of kindling, that's why. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back to it, but if I already have it, that's when I'm gonna do it. But I think if I like ever go, like once I get close to finishing it, that's something I should do, out of respect for the game. Kindle every bonfire to max, even the hidden ones. Has arthritis on her hands. Koi of this game. Oh, that's not good. In that case, you should stop playing the game right now and abandon it forever. What's the thing called in the wrist? Carpal tunnel. Somebody was like once told me, it's like, oh Yaku, you always use heavy mice. you will get carpal tunnel. Funny enough, the only wrist that hurts is usually my left wrist, which is the one I use for typing on the keyboard. Or like playing on the keyboard. So I feel like the people that say heavy mice are more likely to cause carpal tunnel or are lying. They have an agenda. Huh? Okay, which one is the real one? You? You? No. He. And also, oh man, I remember playing that game a lot. I never got good at it. I'm also the kind of guy who played with mouse and not with a drawing tablet, which was usually the meta in that game. But I used to like it. That's the game that got me into rhythm games. These days I'm more into Project Diva and such. But also was nice. Insane that it's free, by the way. I think there are people who would have probably put like thousands upon thousands of hours in that game and haven't paid a single cent for it. Yeah, but yeah, the thing is, I now bought a mouse. I got one for free, basically, because I have, like, cashback coupons. But I was thinking about maybe putting, like, leather weights into it. Just to make it heavy, because every mouse I buy is just like this, you know, featherweight. I want a real mouse. I want one made out of stone or metal. Which brought me, like, to the idea that the G350 that I used to use has like a removable lid on top. I wondered if I can find somebody who can make one of these, but out of like iron, steel, or maybe even tungsten. It would be on brand, but it would like making a tiny part out of stone would probably be too brittle. Ah, right, I'm human. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of free games that are just kind of like, oh, how are they free? I mean, TF2 as an example. That game used to be, you know, paid, of course, but nowadays it's free. It's such a good game. Oh, okay. I forgot that you can do that. But of course, a lot of early, like, indie games didn't used to be a thing. Like, you used to just kind of upload your game for free if you weren't like a big studio or whatnot. Many mods, of course. All of the RPG Maker games. So many good ones. To this day, man, oh, you know, people shit on RPG Maker, but some people made amazing stuff with it. Of course, it's very easy to asset flip and make absolute garbage with it as well. But some people, man. There are thousands upon thousands of these games, and there was like a phase where that's what I played almost exclusively. Okay, now the waiting game begins. At least for a couple of minutes. It's actually quite nice today, I should say. I wanted to come a little bit closer though. You good? Shit. Yeah, lovely. I really wouldn't want to fight him with his skeleton bodies around when dealing this little damage. God damn, look at that. But I'm really glad that they, you know, that you have the option to do this with the coward's way, so to speak. Like, I wonder if this was intentional, if they even considered this being an option. Like, there is a cheese you can pull off where you kind of go to the other side. And then the big skeleton doesn't notice you, but he kind of, like, gets stuck on geometry. You can just shoot him with a bow. Just fighting him normally, just with a little bit of extra pizzazz, you know? It's nice. I think I just hit his weak spot. Because he did, like, weirdly, like, bounce there. It did not stun him. Okay, but fucking finally. Almost there. Now he could be a cool little prankster. And kill me regardless. Of course. Almost happened. There we go. Fucking hell, that took way too long. If only a trick like this existed for the Four Kings. That's like the only boss, by the way. Like one of the only bosses there is where there isn't like an actual cheese for them. As far as I remember. Which, you know, does suck a little bit. Anyways. First I'm gonna do the boss gauntlet, as I said. You know, putting it off until the last minute, I would say, is probably the best way to do it. Valley of the Drakes. Which Drake? The Hotline Bling one. Because I would not want a full valley of them. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I think it's better to go right now because, my god. It's getting hotter and hotter today. I still need to write my grandparents about tomorrow. That no, I'm not gonna go sit into a restaurant. No way, Jose. But I should be, it should be done soon enough anyways. I mean, how long can this take, realistically seen? An hour and a half. So there's plenty of time in the day. Man, speaking of time, like I really want to take vacation currently. You know. I'm kind of due for one again. At least for like 2-3 days or something. There's like no holiday coming up anymore for the remainder of the year, which kind of sucks. So I cannot build any bridges like I usually do. But one problem is like my boss is sick. And therefore he's not here. And he's the only other guy who does some of the stuff I do. So I almost can't take vacation just because of that fact alone. Because then nobody could do the job that I do. And that would not be nice. So Yaku, yeah, about that one problem, that one area that you cover. What are we gonna do there? I don't know. I can't help you anymore. No, it's just I feel bad about it, right? Oh. So like I have an obligation to it. Like if I would want to quit, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, let's do that. Let's wait with quitting until that. But vacations it's a different thing. It also, yeah, it's just nicer for people that way. But man, during the hot days right now, just working is not something I would want to do. Fuck, I forgot about Kirk while you're human. I hope I can kill this guy before Kirk shows up. Because he usually walks all the way around. There we go. Ah, plenty of time. Right, buddy? I think he survived. You have like a sliver of health. Okay, he does give a good amount of souls. I should actually keep him. I should in general just stay human. Like 26k might not seem like much in the grand scheme of things, but it is a little bonus. Especially if I would stay up there with him. And I will fight him again, of course. So all things considered, pretty nice. I didn't set up the bonfire, I think. It's not good if I die. Anyways. Fuck. You know, Kick is actively getting worse. It got like better for a while. But currently, the bot situation on Twitch is essentially gone. I don't think I had a Twitch bot in a long time. Or like an artist, in quotes. But on Kick, it's like almost every stream now. So I have to get rid of this dude in a second. Oh, goddamn, this guy, he refuses to die. Also doesn't help them out of power win, of course. That was not close at all. That was not close at all. You know, I do wonder if anybody even falls for them, right? I mean, there was like one guy I chatted to once. He did say he bought like viewers and followers and whatnot, which I thought, you know, kind of dumb of you. And I know a lot. Actually, I know a lot of Twitch streamers did that back in the day, before the bot purge thing, at least, where they are buying viewers, so they are ranked higher, right? But like AI chat, really? Fucking, you know, who gives a shit about that? Anyways, times for my other dude. Hopefully Centipede will go down faster than the Fatso. Just by a smidgen at least. Oh, Centipede Demon. You wanna fight? So I'm gonna fight you. I mean, I could do the cheese to speed things up a little bit. But that's of course not my style. Okay, nice that you hit me from nowhere. Actually, surprisingly, he takes more damage, it seems. That being said, he still dies very slowly. And I don't like him being like in this spot there. Ha. Okay, good. I think I start to perfect my spam in game. I think the 4 kings still will always take damage. That's just a given. But at least like these bosses are easy. Come on. Fuck. Yep. Can you not rip on the cable, please? There we go. Now I can actually focus again. You know, one other reason I love DisplayPort usually is because it's more stable, I feel like. HDMI just kind of wiggles out all the time. Which makes it a bit annoying. Especially when your cats constantly put their paws in them. Of course, the other problem I have is if my cats put too much pressure on the DisplayPort, it just generally disconnects them. Not much I could do there about that. Anyway, Centipede Demon fucking done, my god. The amount of damage they take is really something else. Bed of Chaos is almost refreshing there in comparison. Because he will be 3 hits and done. And a little bit of walking around. Also something I just recently saw while watching somebody else play. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about that. That's where that is. Something I always fail to pick up is the hero of a soul of a hero, I think it was called. Which, you know, 20k. It's not necessarily a small amount that you should leave on the table. Especially if it's like on the way like this. Why did he take damage? What? Or did that bot kind of like attack another one? Like one of these statues here? See? I mean, basically there's no speed impact. It just gives you 20k extra souls. Now I'm also going to be interested how much Kirk gives me. Like if he gets progressively more expensive or not. Because that's a lot of souls I left on the table, all things considered. Like the NPCs and like the later invaders. What the fuck are you doing? My cats love to lay on my work laptop. And because of the heat right now, they're sweating a lot more. So every time I go to work, or like go into the office, I have to clean my laptop. Because there's just a huge brown stain on them. Every single day. No, you're not. Come on. Huh? Let me backstab you, my guy. Thank you. There we go. So let's see, does he give 26k again? Yeah, okay. The Ice Lift Catalyst, and if I do... I'll get Humanity. 1. And he dropped his shield. Okay, interesting. Yeah. That's good, that's good. Yeah. I should do that in the future as well. Just stay human. And don't die. Or at least recover my stuff in time. Oh shit, I didn't mean to go that way. I didn't pay attention. Ah. You know, let's be different today. Let's be quirky, right? Let's be like a quirky white guy. Just kind of act out of whack, right? But not too whack, right? Somewhere between don't come to school tomorrow and ooh, today I'm gonna have a frappuccino with extra milk. Something along those lines. I just don't know the route that well, okay. Come on. Fuck off. I kind of panicked and hit the wrong button. Let me correct my posture a little bit. I look like one of these ladies from Elden Ring that sit there with the staff. They have the peak gamer posture going on. I should avoid doing that. Anyways, back to this. Like the reason why I like the flippering more for this boss battle is it just seems like you take a little bit less damage when he like slams down. And I don't know why. You just do. I haven't programmed this game, I can tell you. I really can't. But what I can tell you is I'm gonna get my stuff back. That would be embarrassing if I don't. As a matter of fact... Shit. I would say, as a matter of fact, let me equip a Ring of Sacrifice. To make sure, but... I don't have one of those. I put them in the box. Of course I did. But yeah, I shouldn't have tried to be a quirky white guy. And instead just quit out real quick to grab my souls. To do the right side first. That was my mistake. Okay. Of course, you know, it was the last job I messed up. Had to be. Anyways, let's hope for a good like middle section at the very least. I'm owed at least that much. The game owes me. Big time. Yo, big guy. Nice, that's not too bad. That means he's not gonna do it immediately after again. And a slam. Lovely. Because he's swinging his tentacles right now, so... Just be careful not to get knocked off. Or depending on which universe you play this in, knocked up. Oh, hell yeah, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Not the best, of course, but also not the worst. A nice in-between. And then it's time for the 4 kings, I would say. Lovely, lovely 4 kings. It's gonna be exhilarating. Ooh, I'm scared. I'm really scared. Because Power Fin is not enough to get me there, you know. Is that a heart? Oh no. Like if you look at it like this, it's just it looks like a heart. I was like, is this Like, why does this happen? I would say it's like in these kind of mangas. I want to say. But they love each other so much that their pupils change. Turns out no. It was just a weird rendering thing. That's kind of interesting though. Like, why would that happen? Can you answer me that, Ghost? No? In that case, fuck you. In that case, fuck you too. Anyways, 4 kings. Let's go. Let's see what they offer me. Are they gonna be nice? Are they gonna be evil? You never know. At least not until you try. I think I do want the speedier recovery though. Okay, lingering is equipped. I didn't sit down at the bonfire, so my Estus are kind of low. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I definitely cannot defeat them before another one spawns. Shit. Fuck, I was at the wall. I didn't realize that. Oh, no. Shit, okay. This is gonna be complicated. That changes a lot. Yeah, let's first walk to filing. I need to take a toilet break really quick before I can engage with that. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay. I'm gonna give it another try. Just because I had kind of like bad luck there. But I might have to say I'm gonna veto the 4 kings. Like, I could probably do a tumble buff, but for that I would now need to unlock the entirety of New Londo. Which would take some extra time, of course. You know, drain the, get the key, drain the water. Ah, yeah, complicated. This is complicated. Oh, that's why I don't like these weapons that are just barely out of... It's not bad, necessarily, right? Like, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it's also not good. I could put on the RTSR, get like that working, and hope for the best. But it is questionable if that works. The thing is, I might be able to go over there, tumble buff, and then run over there. Or like actually go in there. I don't know if there's something preventing me. I haven't tried that yet. Of course, I have my stuff down there right now. So I don't know if there's something preventing me from going there. I might try it out. Like, not tumble buffing there, but just see if something prevents me there. Once I have my souls. And maybe after I done the run. So. How do I do this best? I think I'm gonna activate Power Fin beforehand. My souls are somewhere down here. It's like interesting that you can see all the spawn spots. Of course, him doing a grab attack was also not very lucky. Okay, I'll need to enter focus mode. Otherwise this will not be nice. So sorry about that. Huh? What just hit me there? It's very important for me to re-up. Yeah, I'm not allowed to like leave any big gaps like this. Fuck off. I was at the wall. Oh, fuck, really, fuck off. I hate that you can't see the wall. I hate that that the weapon fucking had to break there. What was that? Why does this have such a low durability in the first place? What is this shit? Oh, fucking make it more visible. For fuck's sake. It takes so long to fight them. Like, already. And on top of it having to deal with that shit. I might actually be able to... No, I'm not. Because I need to quit out. Speaking of quitting out, I forgot to activate this. Don't die now to that shit. God. Weak weapons and 4 kings is not... It's not fun. Do you have anything that could give me like a heads up? Actually, it's not March. But Dragon Torso Stone could help. Hello, drink. Like, what was that? Yeah. Really? I slipped with my foot and... Oh, fuck off. I was like trying to readjust my... Like my filter has like... Like my piece is like this filter on top and it's just held in with magnets and it's so easy to move, it's kind of ass. Okay, let me see if I can technically tumble buff. Right. Or if I die, if I would go with the other way. That's kind of important. Like, I know you can walk this place here very easily. But there's like a thing where when you go too far up, I can definitely tumble buff here. So tumble buff is possible. But I die here, okay. So how did it go? I need to try to cast the one I can't and then the one I can. No, the one I can and the one I... No, I need... you and then you. This guy needs to be gone and this needs to be this guy. Okay, let's see if I can do it, and then if I can like navigate to the Four Kings that way. Otherwise, I might veto them for now. So let's see. It's also been a while that I've done tumble buff, so it could take a second. Of course, it all kind of like also kind of comes to the fact if I can move to the other side. And the only reason you quit out there is for convenience sake. No, actually, fuck off. No, it doesn't work. Because I need to go over there. Otherwise, I would be in death cam even in the fight with the Four Kings. And is there a spot here somewhere? I don't even know what's up there. But what? That could work. It could work. It could work. If it does actually work, is another question, of course. That I'll give it like 1 or 2 tries, and that's it. You enter for... You're too tall. Nah, this spot doesn't work. Something is weird with this spot in general. Where even am I? This might work actually here. If I do it here, maybe. Yes, okay. It's still very much the question though how much this will do for me. Fuck off. Okay, I can at the very least get like a third of it down. That's really good. The question is how long will the other guy... Can you stop? Okay. This legitimately saved the run. Without this, I would have quit. Yeah, then it stops. Okay, I can kill 2 kings with that, and then we'll be left with like 3 bars in 1 section, or 3 sections and one fraction. That I can very much handle in comparison. Okay. Fucking fantastic. Give me 1 second. Okay. Had to quickly shoo my cat away from being annoying. Okay, off to the DLC I go. That one shouldn't be as much of a problem, but this was not nice, to say the least. But yeah, now I know for the future that there is a tumble buffable spot there. Maybe just don't use fall control. Like, pretty much the only reason why I used fall control there, by the way, is because I didn't know if it works. And I still needed it. So I didn't want to do too much clicking around. Yo, big guy. Of course, now I lost all my humanities, I lost all my souls. But that was because I, like... Because I didn't pay attention. You know what? It's too hot for me. I'm gonna finish this run sometime next week. I'm just... I feel like a bit pooped, all things considered. Especially after trying this... After being stuck at this for a little bit. So yeah, after that I will say, thanks for watching. Sorry for cutting it short today. I will finish this Monday, probably. Probably Monday, yeah. And just hope for, you know, that this heat kind of wears off soon enough. So I can stream for longer than like 2 hours or so before I start to actually fall apart. Anyways, for that I will say thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, and ciao.